Korea society is we have very big problem about low birth rate. Our birth rate is under
0.86, what your total fertility rate is.
Yeah.
That's a very small baby for each person.
Yeah. 안녕하세요. 지금은 10월 9일 현재 오전 9시 30분이고요. 뉴욕에서 오전 6시에 출발을 해서 보스턴을 향해서 가고 있습니다. 오늘 보스턴으로 출발하는 이유는 노벨경제학상 수상자가 발표가 됐어요. 하버드 대학교 경제학과의 클로디아 골드인이라는 교수님께서 상을 받으셨고, 그래서 그 분을 인터뷰를 하러 가고 있습니다.
Thank you all for joining us here today on this very, very joyful occasion. This is a great day for the Harvard Economics Department. This is a great day for the field of economic history. It is a great day for social science. I give you Claudia Gold.
Thanks very much. Thank you for being here.
I guess what is the message you're hoping people take away from the particular subject that you've won this prize for?
Often what goes on in the home is what we see reflected in wage and occupation differences in the labor market. That even two lawyers graduating from the same law school, a man and a woman, have kids, or they have elderly parents, they have a calling at home. They have to make certain that someone is sort of on call at home. They're both offered really great jobs, but they're also offered jobs that have more flexibility and lower paying. It's almost always the case, not always, but almost always, that the woman takes the job in which she can be on call at home, and the man takes the job where the earnings are so much larger that if they both took the on call at home job, they would leave a lot of money on the table, okay? And that means that they have at home, they have couple inequality, and that gets reflected in gender inequalities in the labor market. And so what I think people would like me to say in conclusion to that is that public policies that lower the relative price of care sector goods would do an enormous amount to aid women. But in some sense, recognizing where the problem is the first way to begin.
Shin Park from South Korea.
Welcome.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, and Korea society is we have very big problem about low birth rate. Our birth rate is under
0.86.
Under one.
That's right. It's 0.86.
Yeah.
That's what your total fertility rate is.
Yeah.
That's a very small baby for each person.
Yes, right. I think many women in Korea think that is because of gender gap. It is totally same with your theory, I think. So what do you think about that?
Yes, well, this is a very, very good question. I said before that there's economic change, and when we look around us, we see that we're surrounded by history. The faster economic change and social change is, the more we're going to be in conflict with traditions. There's hardly any country that has gone through faster economic change than Korea did in the latter part of the 20th century. Went from a country that was massively rural to a country that's essentially in one city, in Seoul and its outskirts. And that causes conflict. America went through the same change over a much, much longer period of time. And that means that each generation gets used to what the new generation has brought to bear and gets used to changes that are due to various technological changes. And in Korea and in Japan, for that matter, there's been less of an ability to do that. That's also the case in the labor market. You know, Japan has, and I'm deviating here from Korea to Japan, Japan has one of the, quote, best set of policies with regard to paternity leave, the most generous in the world. Does anyone take it? No. And the reason that they don't take it is because of the potential repercussions in the workplace.
It must be very difficult question, but could you advise to Korea or Japan government about that low birth rate?
In a short period of time. I think that it's just very, very difficult because it sort of involves re-educating the older people in the society. And in particular, those who have, I think, more control over the minds of their sons rather than their daughters. Yeah. So I'm not quite certain if I would advise some major propaganda on that. But thank you very, very much. In fact, a project that I've been working on, which just came out today as a working paper called Why Women Won, was actually motivated by a wonderful person I met from Korea who told me all sorts of stories about issues that Korean women face in terms of their ownership of property. And so there are legal issues that could be changed, but these are very, I think, difficult for a non-Korean to understand how to do that. Okay.
What is your biggest achievement of your study except this Nobel Prize?
Well, the many books and articles that I have written. As I said, I love my book, Career and Family, but they all have an importance to me, yes. But one of my biggest achievements is receiving 200 emails today from students. And so that's a great achievement.
지금까지 노벨 경제학상을 수상한 하버드대학교 경제학과의 클로디아 골든 교수의 기자간담회장 모습을 보여드렸습니다. 골든 교수는 특히 한국의 저출산 문제에도 깊은 관심을 보였습니다. 젠더 갭이 어떤 결론을 가져오느냐에 대한 이야기도 나눴는데요. 이런 모습이 한국 경제에도 시사하는 바가 큰 것 같습니다. 지금까지 하버드대학교에서 한국경제신문 박신영이었습니다.